One weekend each year, Elk Grove Village becomes the world stage. The best teams come to push themselves further than ever before in the pursuit of the ultimate prize, the overall leadership in the 8th annual Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove. Welcome on in, everybody, to the 8th annual Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove. I'm Greg Bliss, and my broadcast partner for 2013 is none other than Bob Roll. Bob, a 14-year veteran of Team 711 on the Pro Bike Tour and now announcing the Tour de France. Welcome to Elk Grove.
Great to be here. Looking forward to a fantastic race weekend this year.
All right. I'm interested in your perspective from where you sit in the cycling community about this race and the way it's grown.
Well, the Tour of Elk Grove in its 8th year has continued to evolve. Now it's one of the biggest races in North America. It's an important stop on the calendar here, and also it's a stepping stone for many of the athletes that go on to success in Europe, in European racing.
Indeed, some of them we saw in this year's tour. We also talked to the athletes who are veterans of this tour Thursday night. Let's check that out.
Hilton Clark, 2006 Tour of Elk Grove champion. 2009, it was Carl Menzies. Here they are together on the same team. Hilton, what will it take for you to beat 10 to the line?
Well, I don't know. I guess the two of us aren't really looking to beat each other. We're really looking to get one of us across the line first. So, we have a really good team coming here in United Healthcare, and we're looking to do better than last year and try and win the race. So we'll be doing our best to do that.
There never has been a two-time champion. It's an opportunity. You just, have to get there first.
Yeah, well, I come second in 2008, so I'm still ruining that a little bit. So then it could be, but I think Carl's looking really good for the time trial, I think, and we have a few good guys for the time trial, and we've got a really good chance of winning this race this year.
Carl, you would make a perfect lead out for a Hilton here, but you probably have other designs. What's the plan?
No idea. We haven't talked yet, so I always just do what I'm told. We're here for a good race, so, whether it's stage wins or the overall win, we'll just play it after the time trial pretty much.
Now, seriously, the Blue Train been spreading around the love a lot on the top step of the podium this season. So here you got two past champions. You got a lot of other guys that are rolling into town that could end up on the top step. Are you going to kind of play it out as it goes during the 3 days of racing?
Yeah, they've just upped the race again. It's got some quality teams here, some European teams coming over. So it'll be an even bigger race this year. So, we'll see how it plays out. No one cares who wins from our team as long as it's one of us. So, we'll put on a good show.
This is Brad Huff from Jelly Belly. A good outing last year with a second and a third. What's the plan this year, Brad?
Hopefully better it. Jelly Belly presented by Kenda is a great team. We've brought some of our strong riders here, and hopefully we can get myself or another rider up into the top of the podium. We have a good one for the first prologue. Maybe get in the top 5, maybe win it. So we'll just see what happens.
Now, you personally, 20th in the prologue. Have you been off wood shedding on your time trialing?
Yeah, I haven't spent a lot of time on the time trial bike, but I've spent a lot of time just really working on the aspects that would help me in the time trial. So, hopefully I can pedal fast. You guys one of the more recognizable squads, too, because of your colorful kit. You take energy from all the parties going on in Elk Grove? It's just a great vibe. Everywhere we go, you hear people yelling Jelly Belly. We try to have candy in our pockets to toss to them. So, we just kind of bribe them a little bit along the race. But, it's an amazing race. The whole community gets behind it. And so, yes, we do live off the energy that the town provides.
The Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove is brought to you by ComEd, by AXA Equitable, Woodfield Chicago Northwest Convention Bureau, Comcast, and Prologis. Getting set for Pro Men race action. It's the AXA Equitable Pro Men's Time Trial. And Bob, it's only 4.5 miles, but it's so much more than that.
Well, we call the time trial the race of truth, and the truth is it's one of the most excruciating events in all of cycling. 4.5 miles, each man by himself against the clock. It sets the GC in motion. Your time at the finish line is where you'll start the proceedings for the weekend.
In 2012, we talked to Christian Vandevelde after he did the time trial, and he said it was the hardest thing he did all year long. So they are definitely going to be going into the Hurt Locker.
The Pain Cave most certainly will be visited by every rider in the field. Let's take a quick preview of the race course.
It's 5:45 p.m. here in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Showdown time. American Thomas Brown from Team Smart Stop is in the start house waiting for the countdown and his explosion onto the time trial course for the start of the 2013 Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove Village. He'll attack the 4.5-mile course that starts off with a run up Elk Grove Boulevard to a tight 180-degree turn, then back down the boulevard and through a residential area. Brown will take a right onto Tawney Road, which is where the burn in his legs and chest will start on the long straightaways. This is as much of a mental game as it is a physical challenge, as he's trying to maintain 90 to 95% of his maximum effort the entire course length. As Brown makes his final turn toward the finish line, he'll make one last out of the saddle push across the line and get his time. There are 59 riders behind Brown, all wanting the same thing: to be within 20 seconds of the lead after one stage of the 2013 Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove. You can't win the GC today, but you can certainly lose it here. Thomas Brown set the first time of 8 minutes 59.77 seconds, which will quickly be surpassed. Australian Hilton Clark is now rolling into the start house. He won the overall race in 2006 when it was just a 2-day competition. He hasn't won the overall competition since, but neither have any of the other winners. Other past GC champions here today include American Michael Friedman from 2007 and Australian Carl Menzies, the winner in 2009. At age 33, Clark is one of the more seasoned racers in the field and an accomplished criterium racer, but time trials aren't really his forte. He finishes today with a time of 9 minutes 16 seconds, and it will be nearly impossible for him to win the overall GC title this weekend with that time. Clark may be hunting for stage wins. Mike Friedman now checks in. He rides for Optum, presented by Kelly Benefit Strategies, and puts down the fastest time thus far, 8 minutes, 36.93 seconds. There are still some talented time trialers yet to come. Time trials are the race of truth. Just one rider against the clock. Riders are released every 90 seconds, and there can be up to 8 cyclists on the course at any one time. We're expecting to see riders complete this course in under 8 minutes and 30 seconds, which is an average of about 30 plus miles an hour. United Healthcare's Menzies is on the road at the same time as Friedman. His finish of 8 minutes 41.69 seconds slots him into third for the time being. Menzies won this stage in 2011, but he won't do it this year. The Tour of Elk Grove is as much a community event as it is a top-shelf pro bike race series. Mayor Craig Johnson is involved every step of the way, including setting the pace for the charity time trials that happened earlier today.
Well, if you've spent any time around the Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove, you know that Mayor Craig Johnson does not waste any time getting down to business when it's time for the celebrity time trial. Mayor, this year you're bringing some extra help to the race.
Yeah, I've got my grandson, we call him the Little Mayor, and Noah's going to be my teammate when we do the time trial this year.
Now, this event features a lot of family activity, so this is great to bring your grandson in.
And that's what we're trying to promote here. Not only racing with the top professional world, but biking is also for the whole family to enjoy. So I thought with a little extra help on the time trial, with Noah helping me, we might be able to do a little better than we've done in the past.
Now, time trials are all about less weight, more aerodynamic. What exactly is Noah going to be doing?
My hope is giving him a little extra push with his legs, but you never know. He might be a little drag back there, but we'll make it work.
When in fact the mayor is dragging Noah in a burly behind his bike. We'll see how this goes.
I'd like to see one of these professionals pull a toddler. Noah would have the ride of his young life. Mayor Johnson's time of 15 minutes 1 second was bested by most of the field, but none of the others had a passenger. You'll notice that the professionals in the race today are significantly more aerodynamic than Mayor Johnson. Now, that's no dig on the mayor. Most racers here today are rocking an aero machine specifically built for time trialing. That means lower, narrower handlebars, special aerodynamic wheels and helmets that give them a smooth flowing profile through the wind. A racer's biggest wind blocker is his chest, so you'll see them try and maintain a tucked position as much as possible. Last year's time trial winner Tom Zerbel is out for this race due to a broken collarbone suffered last weekend at Cascade. Tom has never been off the time trial podium any time he's raced here. Like last year, Zerbel is on the Optum team, and the team is still stacked with potential time trial leaders. Now crossing the finish line is Canadian Ryan Anderson, riding for Team Optum. Optum and United Healthcare are longtime rivals, and it's playing out here in the time trials. Anderson steals the lead from his teammate Friedman with a time of 8 minutes, 35.37 seconds. UHC's next rider, Robert Forster, is not able to return the favor and ends up in 20th place. He's still in GC contention. The Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove is brought to you by ComEd, by AXA Equitable, Woodfield Chicago Northwest Convention Bureau, Comcast, and Prologis. Italian Ilya Viviani will be the one to watch this weekend. He's not a time trial specialist, but he is one of the best sprinters in the world. He has a very respectable finish in the time trial today with 8 minutes and 39 seconds. He'll definitely be one of the GC mixed contenders over the next 2 days. Viviani rides for the powerful International Cannondale Pro Cycling Squad. It's the team's first time racing in Elk Grove Village, and it has a roster of racers from around the world. In fact, every continent is represented in this event except Antarctica. American Chad Haga is tucked into his aero bars and taking the corners like a slot car. He gets an 8:31.07, besting his teammate Ryan Anderson by 4.5 seconds. If he can hang on to this first place position, it will be the biggest win of his career. With just 4 riders to go, Optum is holding all 3 podium slots. Can Haga and Optum hang on? The final rider today is American John Murphy of United Healthcare. He was on Tawney Road when Haga crossed the line. May not know the time to beat, but here he comes to the finish. 8 minutes, 31.9 seconds, just 0.8 of a second behind Haga. And so we finished the first stage of the 2013 Alexian Brothers Tour of Elk Grove with Chad Haga in first place, earning the yellow jersey to start stage 2. John Murphy is in second, Ryan Anderson in third, Michael Friedman is fourth, Nick Hamilton of Jelly Belly is fifth. So Johnny Murphy said, we're just coming after you. You just scorched the time trial. How do you feel?
I'm very excited to win today. Tomorrow's going to be a hard race. I'm going to have to rely a lot on my teammates because Johnny's fast.
Well, you're going to have the yellow jersey on your back, so any thoughts? I know it's right after the race, but how do you defend tomorrow?
That, I don't know. We'll leave that up to the director to decide what to do. It'll be tough. We have a small field, a lot of guys coming for us.
Last year, Tom Zerbel was wearing the yellow jersey. You weren't here last year. You've been on the podium before, so you know what this race is about. What's the overall strategy for the rest of these 2 stages here in Elk Grove?
The race is really decided by the time bonus sprints and at the finishes, and that's how Tom lost the jersey last year, was the time bonus sprint. So it all comes down to finding a way to defend against that.
How do you feel about your road race and your circuit course?
The legs are feeling good. I'm looking forward to it. It's always a tough race.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you.
John, second on the stage, a lot of time bonuses up for grabs in the Saturday and Sunday stage. Are you satisfied with your ride tonight?
I am. United Healthcare came here with a very strong sprint squad, as well as some really good time trialists. So, our goal is to win what we can, and to try to win the TT, limit losses as much as possible. So today was good. On the same second as Haga, with Optum, and so yeah, we're happy.
First, third, and fourth for the Optum squad. Do you think they'll be your toughest competitors throughout the rest of the racing here?
Absolutely. Optum is a tremendous team, and it's always a good battle. when we get a chance to race against them. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Good spectating for the people, and yeah, we came ready to throw down.
Elia Viviani did a pretty solid time trial, the sprinter from the Cannondale squad. Does that make you nervous at all?
Of course, anytime the World Tour guys come over and race with us, it's always you know, you don't want to say intimidating, but it's good for us because, you know, it gives us we have to race at a higher level.
Well, day one of racing for the pro men is in the books, and the AXA Equitable Pro Men's Time Trial certainly had a lot of fireworks in it.
Spectacular stage won by Chad Hugger from the Optum squad. 8 minutes, 31.09 seconds. Absolutely flying, over 30 miles per hour average speed. 2 teammates also from Optum in the top 4, so Optum came ready to rumble here at the Tour of Elk Grove. A solid squad, and they did a great time trial.
Well, also, United Healthcare came ready to rumble in the form of John Murphy.
John Murphy, second on the stage, a very fast sprinter. Tremendous amount of time up for grabs in the time bonuses. So in the next 2 stages, John Murphy, one of the fastest sprinters in North America, has a chance to get a little bit of time back on Chad Hogg. It's going to be a great stage race. 38 seconds still up for grabs before we get to the finale.